Very happy good morning to one and all present in this virtual session, day 2 on the training on MS Office application. And once again, I welcome all the participants to this virtual session. And I hope that yesterday's session was helpful and you must have practiced all the points which were discussed yesterday. So today we will continue with the rest of the points available, rest of the options available in MS Word. And once again, I welcome Professor Dinesh Gupta, sir. I welcome you, sir, to
Good
the
morning, all. Good morning,
this.
Tripathi. Good morning, all the participants.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining. And I'm also thankful to all the participants for joining the session. So without delaying, I'm going to start some of the options which we could not cover yesterday. And then the session will be followed by respected Gupta, sir. So, sir, with your kind permission, shall I start now?
Please, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Uh, I will share the screen and I will show you that what I am going to cover so that it will be clear to you. Today we are going to have discussion some of the points which I prepared and I thought it will be helpful for you. So you can see on the screen. First we are going to see remove the paragraph mark, replace paragraph mark with space to copy and paste the table in Excel file. See, many times it happens that we prepare. I'll just open one file here and let me take some data. Here I have written name. Here I have written designation. And here I have written institute name. And suppose I write here DP Tripathi, Deputy Librarian. And now here I write B.R. Ambedkar, National Institute of Technology. Then I write Professor Dinesh Kumar Gupta, Professor, Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. Now the difference you will notice, suppose you can have multiple row with data, but I am taking only this example of two data. And what I'm trying to make you understand that suppose sometimes we need to copy the whole table and we want to take it in an Excel file. So when we copy, you notice here, when we copy in Excel, you might have practiced and see that the data is copied, but the data is broken into two rows. Means this is the single cell, but this has been split and the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is coming in one upper portion of cell and National Institute of Technology is coming in the down portion of this cell. So this becomes very difficult for us, especially when we deal with any data which has multiple data and row, and that you are expecting that it should come in the one row. So how do you correct it? How do you make correction or how you copy so that it does not split in the Excel file? So for this, there is a very good option available, and you all must know that how to remove this is called paragraph mark with space. So how do you do that? For that, you need to go to first, you need to go to file, and then you have to click on replace button. Here in replace button, just see the screen. In replace option, there is a button called more, and you will notice here you will notice here, one minute. In special, there is a paragraph mark. Likewise, you will see many options here, like tab character, any digit, any letter. So I am giving you one example which you can use for removing this paragraph mark. Similarly, if you are using tab character, sometimes we use in the file tab character or any special character or any digit, and that creates splitting the row when you copy to some other document. So you can take care of all those from here. So I choose paragraph mark, and you notice it is changed here in the find what, and in the replace with, you just give one space. And now you click on replace all. You will find that your data, once again, and do paragraph mark, and then you replace. It is asking, do you want to search the rest of the document? I will say no, because I do not have any other document. Now you just copy, and let's go again and paste here. There's something wrong. I'll check and no, it's not working. I'll check again and I'll come back to this point. Please excuse me. This option I'm highlighting, I'll see what is wrong in this. So I'll cover this point. The second point, I will not waste time. Second point is the auto correction. Auto correction is sometimes when we write anything, and suppose we are typing here. For example, we are typing here, I have to write smart, and by mistake I write SMRAT. So we have a facility in Word that auto corrects the information. Like one option I have created, I write SBI and it should correct State Bank of India. See what I have done? I have simply written SBI, and when I just hit enter, it automatically creates SBI and it changes to State Bank of India. So many times it happens that when we some of the common words we make mistake, or some of the words which we want to type, and we want the exact explanation, because every time typing it becomes difficult. So how you can do that? There is a option here in file. Please note that in file there is an option, and there is a proofing. Here in proofing, there is an option called auto correct option. So in auto correct option, you can assign the different words. You can notice here that there are already many replacement with word is given. Like see, ACCROSS, it should change to ACROSS. ACHEIVE, ACHIEVE. So some of means when we type, there is a possibility and probability that we commit mistake. So there is nothing like means we do not make mistake. We can make mistake, but the word gives you an option that it automatically corrects. So let's say I write NITJ and it should change into National Institute of Technology, Jalandhar. And I add it to my autocorrect option. Now I just click on OK, 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 and you see it is changing to National Institute of Technology, Jalandhar. So this is the one best option which we everyday practice. Means every day we work and we come across such situation where we have to write such words repeatedly. So there we can use autocorrect option. But be careful, sometimes without means if you do not know, and sometimes we type here where you need only this abbreviation, and when you press it may change into this explanation, the full name of the institute or full name of the abbreviation. So and you do not require that, so in that case you will have to be very, very careful. Now next I'm going to show you that how you can create the bookmark and internal hyperlink. See, this is very good option, mainly when we deal with different paragraph or different chapter, and inside the chapter we need to create the bookmark. So that we can create here. For example, I write chapter 1, then I write chapter 2, then I write chapter 3, and here I write chapter 1. Anything I write here. I simply have taken this. Just to make you understand, I just create one paragraph. Okay. And from here, I give chapter 2. Here also I give like this. And chapter 3. Okay. How do I just create the bookmark? You have to just a minute, my word is not working. See, there is an option bookmark. So you just click here in the bookmark and create the bookmark name. So I create the bookmark name as a chapter 1. Please note that there should not be any space in the in between of the heading you are creating here. So here you just mention, you just select this and click on bookmark and you just add it. Similarly, chapter 2 bookmark, I create chapter 2 and then bookmark chapter 3. And now we have to add here in the chapter 1 internal link. So how do you create the internal link? You have to see. So that internal link we can create in the hyperlink. So here in the hyperlink, you can see that when we want existing file or web page, so here we give the external resources, but you find that place in this document. Place in this document means in the same document if you are working. So whatever the bookmark you have created, it will be listed here. So if I click on chapter 1, it will link to chapter 1. Similarly, if I select this, go to hyperlink and click on chapter 2 and click on OK. And chapter 3, click on hyperlink, chapter 3, OK. And now when I click here, chapter 1, while clicking, you have to be careful. This will ask you to click with the control button. If you directly click here, it won't go. But if you click on this, press the control button and left mouse button of left mouse button, so it will turn into the hand symbol. You can notice here when I move my mouse over the chapter, it is changing to hand symbol. So if I click on this, it is taking me to, perhaps it is linked to chapter 2. Similarly, wherever you have linked, it will take you to the chapter 3. Here I have linked this to chapter 2, so it will take me directly to the chapter 2. If I have linked it to chapter 3, so it will take me to the chapter 3. So the benefit will be sometimes we have a very big file and we need to create the internal hyperlinking to make. Sometimes we prepare the manual. See, I have given the chapter name like this. You can give the chapter name like this. So when we prepare any document, and we ourselves, we are working on this, so we need to go to the particular chapter or locate to the particular document text. So directly we can use the internal link and it will be helping you to jump to the particular chapter with the help of control button. So this is very good for bookmarking inside the page. And next I'm going to talk about select all text with similar formatting to change the formatting at one go. Okay, this is not very important, so I'll just leave it. I'm just going to discuss that add emoji through insert store. See, we use emoji very often in I think these days we are using. So that emoji you can add. Yesterday, if you remember, I have demonstrated that how you can use the emoji, the Wikipedia and other add-ins. So you can notice that I demonstrated that how you can use Wikipedia or Quillbot, the paraphrasing tool. So similarly, there are many tools in the store. These are all add-ins. So all these add-ins you can search. I'm not talking only about the emoji. You can have multiple different the options available in the Office store as an add-in, which can be very much useful when you work in the Word file. So like ghostwriter, language corrector. So anything you can add. So I'm just going to search emoji. Suppose I'm searching emoji and let's see whether it is there or not. So it is there, emoji keyboard. I just add it to my adding. Already I have added. So once I click here, so it automatically opens at the right side all the emoji. And not only that, it has the different animals and nature, then food and drink. Sometimes you require different activities, sports, and so all these you may require travel and places, objects. Then you have symbols and different flags. So whatever you want, it is very easy to attach to your Word document the way we use in WhatsApp or the different social media. So just select this and you have to add. it is giving some error. Maybe my Word is not supporting because I have not signed it. So here it will allow you to insert the emoji in your Word document. This is the method. And not only this, you can add as many as add-in you want. You can use this here by adding them from store, and you just check what is useful for you, and this will be very much helpful. For sometimes we need different symbol and character, so that you can use here. Symbol and character also you can use, which we do not have ready with us. So all these symbol you can use. For language, if you are looking for any, suppose sometimes we require German, any alphabet, or any subset we require like arrow, all these. So sometimes we require some of the object or some of the emoji or some of the icon which is not available ready-made in the Microsoft Word. So all these can be very helpful to prepare your document. And now I'm going to discuss the other important one, that is add PPT or Excel into your Word file. See, many times we prepare, like we were preparing, I'm giving you the best example that you have prepared one Word file where you have prepared your resume, but your resume is going very long. Your resume is getting very long, and you don't want to make the viewer of your resume to spend time to see the not irrelevant, the other things which are not equally important to your main content which you have mentioned. Also, my means one option here, that how you can insert the object. Object inserting means you can add a Word file, Excel file, PPT, whatever you want, and that will be added. So how do you do that? You just click on object and you click on just object button, and here you can choose whatever you want, or create from file. So you can create new or you can create from file. So basically, if you are adding it from outside, so you just click on browse and select your file where you have kept your file. Suppose I am keeping the file here, and I insert it. And I do not forget to link this file, because if I do not link, when I click on that, it will not open. So now you will notice that PPT is added to my Word document. And when I double click on this, you see this is added. So when I double click on this, it will take me to, you see I have double clicked, and it will open the PPT in my you see this PPT is open. It was added in Word, but directly it has opened in the PowerPoint presentation. So this is one shortcut method. You can see sometimes we require, sometimes we are preparing and dealing with the multiple document, and we don't want to search it again and again where I am keeping chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So a simple method is that, suppose I'm writing a thesis, I simply create here chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, okay, and here I just insert the object, so that I do not spend time in searching or go to the particular document and search it. Simply I select the object here, I link it, and it can be Word file, it can be Excel file, or anything, and it will directly allow me to go to that particular file. So this is the method for adding the object inside one uh, inside your file of Word. You can have multiple file of different like PPT, publisher, Excel file, even Word file. Now I'm going to tell you some very good option available, that is merging two files. See, uh, especially the research scholar, when they work on any article or they work on any, means they are writing thesis. So they may be writing the introduction, research methodology. They may be writing the conclusion or analysis in different chapter, and definitely they means we when we write we make different files. So or sometimes we have collected information in different file, and now I want to merge all those files into one file. So how do we do that? Let me create the file with some text. Let me copy this. I'll create two files for your better understanding, and I give this color as a red and save it as a, I save it as a test1, and the same I create another file that you do not get confused into green, and I name it as a test2 and save it. Now you see the magic. I close both the file. I just keep the cursor here. I go to insert, I go to object, and this time I'm not going to click on object. I'm just going to text from file. It means it will ask me where are those files which you want to means you want to take, means text you want to take from those files. So I select these two files and I click on insert. Now you notice the upper portion, this is from chapter 1, mean test 1, and this is from the test 2. So this is the quick method to collect the text or take the text from different file. Sometimes we are dealing the similar kind of things and we have prepared multiple file, and now I want to add all of them in one file so that I can work in a single file properly. So the best method is that make a means change the color of each file so that you can easily identify from where the text starts of the second file. So you can notice I have made changes here and I have made changes here. Okay, so hope you understood the concept that how the merging takes place. So I have covered this, and now the hide the text paragraph in the file. This is important. But many times we use it, we do not use it also. The benefit will be, let me show you. I'll write here something important. Okay, I have written this, and I, for understanding, I change the text. See, in any paragraph or any document, we want to hide some text, which I don't want everyone to see. So how I can do that is possible. I simply select this and go to paragraph setting. You see, in every word there is a ribbon, and in under each tab there are the different sections. So this paragraph section, you can see when I click on this, and 1 minute. I think it is not available in this. That option I'll have to look into. The basic idea is that you can hide this text if you don't, but it will remain in the file itself. So this I'll show. Generally, this option is available here. I'll check it again and I'll show you the option. This will hide your text from in the text itself. It will not be visible, and when you want, you can reuse it for future use. Okay, I'll just cover that. The second option, that is this one, clipboard to store the copied text to repeat the pasting in file. Clipboard to store the copied text means many times it happens that we copy many uh, similar word and we use it again and again. So suppose I paste here, and again I want, suppose after two paragraph, I want again this text uh, here. So every time I have to control C or control V because I may be dealing with different words. So there is a very good option, that is the clipboard section here, clipboard section. You just click on this and you see, you notice here, this is added. Similarly, I just take this word, I just take this word, and you notice everything is going in the clipboard. And now, if I next time I want this, I simply click on the clipboard and only I have to click this. As many times as I want, I don't have to copy paste. If I wherever I want, so the point is here that you can make, suppose ready means whatever the words you want, or you think that this is going to be repeated uh, word, so you see the whole the sentence I have taken in the clipboard, and I know that this I remember means this I will require every time to repeat again and again in my file. So I simply go here. So I don't have to use Control V or Control C, and I can easily copy paste from the clipboard. And if you are not using, or if your clipboard is full of the keywords, so you can clear all of them. Now if you use, so it is blank, it cannot be used. So this is the method of uh, clipboard. I will be taking you to the another important one, that is the mail merge. See, mail merge is one option which is very, very useful, especially I'll open one Excel file and I'll prepare. First, I make you understand that what is mail merge. You need to understand what is mail merge. The mail merge basically used when you have to send or communicate with the multiple people, and you have to send the same letter or same document to multiple people. And in what cases it happens? Suppose I'm sending any offer letter, or I'm sending certificate of any workshop. Okay, so it happens. We need, because we have to prepare the different workshop and certificate of workshop. So there may be multiple participants. And for each of them, if I start preparing, it may take hours together to finish everything. So that, to avoid that, you can use mail merge. Similarly, suppose I am writing any offer letter, means I have to offer the appointment letter to 5 people of my institute. I have the same text for everyone, but only the name, address, and the other some of the I mean place where I need changes. like name, designation, all these. So how do I prepare or how do I use mail merge so that I can use it for sending to multiple people at one go? So basically, when you want to use mail merge, you have to have the source data. Please understand this. Source data is very, very important. And this can be either in Excel file or even those who are using Outlook, or you can even prepare the blank file in the mail merge. Okay, so first of all, source data means you have to prepare that to whom you want to send. So it is better to prepare the list of all those people whom you are going to send the offer letter. So I'm just preparing here name, designation, and address. Address, city, and then email. Okay. First I write the means one. Okay. I write okay. So let's take one example. I have just saved this data. I have saved this data and now I close this and I prepare the offer letter now. Suppose I prepare the offer letter. I just do, I leave the space. I just go for subject, offer letter regarding dear. I will leave the space because I want to take it from the Excel file. We are happy to inform you that you have been selected for the position of assistant librarian at whatever the name of the institute. You are hereby directed to inform to join on or before August 31st, 2023. See, this is a simple letter I have prepared, and okay. Now what? How can I add those name here so that I do not have to type this letter again and again, because typing name, designation, and all these, it may kill your time. So you can use the mail merge option, which is given in the mailing tab. Okay. So first of all, you have to click on start mail merge, and you can see there are many options: later, email messages, you want to use for envelope, labels, directory, normal Word document. So generally you can use any one of them, but I want you to use step-by-step mail merge wizard. It will help you. It has total 6 options and it will help you to use mail merge easily. So you can see all those document types are available here. You can use letter, email message, you want to send email message, or you want to prepare the envelope, print address envelope for a group mailing, or you want to prepare the print address level for a group mailing, or you want to create a single document containing a catalog or printed list of addresses. So whatever you want. So in my case, I have chosen the latter. And now I click on next button, start selecting document. So it is asking select recipient. So how do I select the recipient? I have three options. Use the current document, select starting document, use the current document, start from a template. If you have any ready-made template, you can choose, or start from the existing document. So use the current document because I am using the current document. So it is asking me select the recipient. Where do I select the recipient? I'll just go to this option, select recipient, use an existing. Here I select Excel data. And now you notice it is asked, it has chosen the sheet name. I click on OK. Okay, so this file has been added. Now, once I add the select the recipient I have taken from the Excel file, I have to add the field, whatever the field I want to add, where I want to add. So I just click on insert merge field. So if you remember, I added in the Excel file name, designation, address, city, and email. So all those fields are coming here. So to whom I have to send the mail or a copy, first I will write name here. So it will take the name. I'll hit enter. Below that, I'll add the address, and below that, I'll add the city. So these three things come here, and next I add the name, so that automatically it will take the name. And if you want to give the institute name, you can write here directly, or suppose you have different designation. If you have different designation for the different people, so you can also have one more field in Excel file for the position of, and that you can add here. It is up to you. So it is up to you that how you are going to deal with the data. Whatever the data you want to insert, you have to prepare in the resource file. So you just you can make changes here, whatever you want. Instead of green color, you change it to the black color. Then click on this. I have already selected edit recipient list. I have already done. Then you have to click on next, and later I have already written, so I don't have to do anything. Now it is asking me to preview your letter. You see, it has taken the name. When I click on preview letter, it has taken the name DP Tripathi and IT Jalandhar, and the name also is coming. How do I check that next name is also coming correctly? So you can check on this recipient too. So if there are 100 people whom you are sending the document, you can click one by one and it will show you. It means my mail merge is properly functioning, and now I have to complete the merge. So my merging is over. Now what I have to do, I have two options. I can print the document or I can send the email. So when you are prepared to send the email, you can choose the whatever option you want. You can choose the email. You can also define the offer letter, and in what way you are sending, attachment, plain text, or HTML. And here also it is giving you send record for all, or from 1 to 5 you want to send in one email. So it is up to you. This is the option for email. Second option is, generally this option will work when your Outlook is configured, because Outlook and MS Word both are product of MS Word. So when we use, it will automatically take from the Outlook. So you have to make sure that your Outlook is also configured, then it will work properly and it will go from Outlook. Second option is that you print the document. I click on the print document, and I have an option that I choose the page number. Sometimes it may go beyond 100 pages. So I want to send the offer letter from 10 to 15 pages only. So you can select accordingly, or else you can select all and click on OK. So now once I click on OK, it will ask me, how do you want to print? You want to print in the printer, or you also have an option that you can convert it into PDF file. So I click on OK, and it will ask me what name you want to give to file, and I just click on save. And once I click on save, it will prepare me the PDF file. And here you will be surprised because I did not give the page name. It has taken all the pages and prepared in the mail merge. So your file basically will start from here. You see here offer letter and the offer letter. So you have to be specific. You have to be specific in the page number. Otherwise, it will take all the pages. So when you are dealing with the mail merge, make sure that there is nothing in the file. Let me delete and show you again. I'll delete everything so it will come in the first page. Okay, it has come to the first page. Okay. Now if I print and I go all, okay, I replace with the same offer letter and replace this. Now if I go and see the offer letter, it will show me only 2 pages. You see, this is for first recipient and this is for second recipient, and your complete text remains same. There is no change in that. So you can send email, so it will go to all the people, or you can print them and send it by post one by one. Similarly, same method you can apply for preparation of the certificate. Certificate preparation is very similar. You can add the you can first add the page color or page border. Suppose I take the art here. I only have given you the concept. Using how you want to use, it is up to you. So see, I take this, I click on OK. So this is my page, and I will change the layout, orientation, landscape. I'll minimize the this one so that it looks. And here I give I just add the logo of my institute. Whatever means you are preparing. So you are preparing for your own institute document you have prepared. Suppose I use this and I take it on the top. I make like this, and then I just write here certificate of participation. Below that, first I complete the text and later I will format. And this is to certify that. I'll leave the place of name here, Mr. Dr. Mr. Miss. Then I will write has participated in the 2 days training program on Microsoft Word Advanced during August 12 to 13, 2013. The program was conducted online. You have, and if you want to add has participated, you can add here whatever you want. Online, we wish him best for his or her future endeavor. Okay, I have written. You can add the date. And you can also add signature. Okay. And now I just format it so that it looks beautiful. Okay. Okay, I just take it down. And this also I will little bit make bold. I can change the color. And it is up to you that how you are going to organize. I just add the signature if it is available in the, yeah, it is available. So the signature is also added. Okay, so I make it free and I will make it small. Okay, I add it here. And I make sure that this is completely means fit in the one. Now I go to mailing. See, this is the certificate I have prepared. I go to mailing, and since I have already, I was working in the same document, so it is attached to the same recipient list. So I will simply doctor after doctor, I'll keep my cursor and I'll insert the name of the recipient. So I'll insert name here and I'll put comma and I will insert the designation as well. If I'm using the institute name, I can use the institute one more column and I can add here. So see, it is directly showing because I have already completed the work. If I go to second, it will automatically take the name from Pragya Tripathi. So whatever the means file, Excel file you have added, it will automatically take. And the best part is that when you complete and print the document, all the certificate will be printed in one go. It will ask me to, I just prepared certificate. And now let's go and see. You see here, the certificate is ready for both the Pragya Tripathi, and likewise, if there are 100 participants, it will prepare the certificate for 100 participants. With signature, everything it will appear in all the certificate. So this is the method that you can prepare the certificate and you can use it for the different purposes. And now I just use the other option. So I have covered this. And the other option that I will be using means I want to let you know that watermarking. This is also very important. Sometimes it is required. See, when we are preparing the certificate, or especially when we were sending the confidential letter, so you have to be very careful. Uh, this in the offer letter, when you are sending the offer letter, so you have to be very careful because these are all confidential documents. So what you can do in certificate or whatever the document you are preparing, you can use the watermarking. So how do you do that? You can go to design option and there is a option called watermark. So this watermark, you can see some of the already templates are given. This is in the means if you insert this, it will add the watermark in diagonal shape. It is in the horizontal shape. So likewise, you can create the, suppose I add this one. So you notice that one light gray color text has been added to my document, and that is behind my text. So likewise, you can add the watermark. and you can also customize. See, there are many template. There is an option custom watermark. Suppose I want to make changes in the text. Instead of confidential, I want to write the name of the program. So see here in the text watermark, you can choose the language. So generally it is, we are using English. If you want to use Hindi or any other language, so you can use. And here I write, suppose MS Word Training. You can take the different the font as per your requirement. So I take Cambria, and size, it can be auto, or you can choose it from there. And then you want to take it diagonal or horizontal. So if you take horizontal, it will take horizontally, or if you take diagonally, it will take diagonally. And you can also choose the different color. Suppose I take this and apply. So you can now see the MS Word Training. So it is up to you that how you want to take the, where it has gone, how you want to apply the watermark, how you want to change the color, how you want to them to appear in your file. So this way you can use watermark in your confidential document or any document, not confidential. So I have covered all the important points. Now I am going to tell you some of the shortcut keys which you may be knowing, but some of them are very important. So cut, copy, paste, everybody knows. Control C for copy, Control V for paste, Control X for cut. For selecting all the documents, simply select Control A. But sometimes we have to remove the word. So either we can use backspace one by one, or we can simply press Control and backspace. So one word will be removed in the back side. Similarly, I will be giving you some more shortcut, but for the time being, I have added this much, and I will be sharing all the shortcut keys which are important. Uh, very often we require adding the line in our file. So there are different type of line. If you want to add simple line, so you can simply give 3 hyphen and press enter. You see it has added one line. If I want the double line, so I can simply add the equal sign 3 times and hit enter. If I want some thick line, so I can press hash key 3 times and hit enter. Similarly, if I want line with the star button, I can simply hit and it will add the star line. So there are many shortcut keys available, and I'll be discussing all of them later, because it is already 12 and I have taken enough time to discuss my point. And I mean, I'll be discussing once the sir finishes the session, and in the afternoon, and some of the point which are not covered in this, so I'll be taking once the sir finishes the session. So I have finished, sir. Are you can you listen, hear me? Okay, so
Hello,
all of you,
Anjit
please.
Tripathi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have finished session. The basic of.
That was a very good session, quite an exhaustive session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Uh,
very much.
Now, what is the
So,
program?
sir, if you want, we can have a 10 minutes break, and then after we will continue. Or if you want, you can continue, sir. It is up to
As
you.
you wish, as you wish.
Sir, it is better if we continue till 1 p.m. and then we will break for lunch.
I can continue. I can start from here onwards.
Yes, sir. Please.
If you
Over
want
to
to
you,
have,
sir.
if you want to give break, then we can give break. Otherwise, I can continue.
Sir, if
Should I,
I
should I
give
start?
break, then we'll have to create the link again. So it
Let us
will be,
continue.
let us continue and finish up to 1 p.m.
Right, right.
Yes, sir. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, dear participants. Now I'll take charge of the session and I'll take advanced features of MS Word that you might have uh, might be knowing about. Uh, I had sent one file to you. I want, if you like, you can practice with that file. Tripathi ji, my screen is visible or not? Hello. Okay. First, I'll tell something about font. Yesterday we went through the font command, paragraph command. If you see by default, the font is Calibri and font size is 11. And if I create a new document, start a new document, then I'll have the same font and font size. But normally we don't use this font and this font size. Normally we use the Time New Roman and 12 font size. So I'll tell you about how to set default font settings. For that, what we can do is we just go to this fonts part and we open font, and here we can set the font all settings, like I want Times New Roman, then I take Times New Roman, I want 12 font size, and whatever other setting you want, you can do that. And then before pressing OK, you should press set as default. When you press set as default, then it will ask that whether you want to set this font style for this document only, for all documents. So if we want that our default font should be set for all the document in future, then you should select this option and then say OK. And now you see there is some change in this normal template. Actually, all the documents are based on some font style, that is normal style. If we make any modification in normal style, then that is fixed for all. Now I show you earlier, I opened a file, document 2, that default font was this one, Calibri and 11. But if now I open another file, now default font will be Times New Roman and 12. So now whenever I'll open a new document, my default font set has been set. So that is how you can set the default font settings. Similarly, another thing is we can set, we have to specify the paragraph settings every time we prepare a document. So you can set default paragraph setting also. What you can do is go to paragraph and you can set here all the things that you want, like we want align justified text, we want first line at ½ inch, we want 6-point space after paragraph, and we want say normally I prefer 1.3 spacing because 1.5 is seems too much. And again, before pressing OK, you should press set as default. And it will ask again for this document only, for all documents. I can say OK and then OK. Now if you see, the whole of my document is set, and I think there is one issue left. We should, okay, again I'll have to set it 6 1.3 and set as default for all documents. Okay, and it will be done. So that is how we can fix the default settings of a paragraph. Next, if you come to the last part of this document, then I have given some tables. You see, yesterday Tripathi ji has covered about tables in quite details, but sometimes we face some problems related to tables. Like when you copy some table from internet or some other document, then the table tends to go outside the page width. If you look at my page, you will see there is a mark here. That means my table is up to this point. Now, how to bring that table within my text boundaries, because it is going beyond my page and beyond my left and right margins. So very simply, you should just select the table, go to layout, go to auto fit, and select option auto fit window, and table will be set automatically without any problem, without any issue. So that is how you can set the table if it goes beyond the page width. Another thing is, another problem you may face, sometimes some cell has more text as compared to other cells. Okay, so in that case, the problem is how to fix those uneven width of the cells. For this, what you can do is select the table, go to layout, again go to auto fit, and now you select auto fit contents, and you will see, depending on the content in individual say cells, it will fix the table and it appears much better than the earlier table. And of course, you can suppose you want the name in the single line, then you may just drag the vertical line and adjust as per your needs. Another problem sometimes you may face is uneven width, height of the rows. That means uneven row height means, see, this is single space, single, there are triple line, the triple line. If you want, all the columns should have the same height. All the rows should have the same height. So for that, you can go to layout, and here is option distribute rows. If you click it, it will automatically make all the cells heights even depending on the maximum height. Because this cell had the maximum width height, that is almost 2 rows, and accordingly it has adjusted the cell. But now these cells may not look good to us, like there is more space on the bottom side of the row rather than it should be in the middle. So what you can do is, there are 9 cell alignment options. So what you can do is, you can select like, what are these 9 options? First is left align, top left top align, then left middle align, left bottom align. This is center top, center middle, center bottom. This is right top, right middle, and right bottom. So whatever you like, you can just click and your table will be good. Now we want to make heading in center, then you can make it center. You can use Control E or this, make it bold, make this also bold, and your table looks stunning. There are more features that you can add to the table. You can make the table more beautiful by using different designs and all. That has been covered already in the yesterday class. Another problem you might face sometimes, particularly again when copying from other document, particularly from say internet, you may find there is no space. Like here, we find some space between the line and the text, but here there is no space. That means the text is just say aligned exactly with the lines. So what you can do is select the table, go to layout, and here is given cell margins. So you can increase the cell margins, like we can say 0.08, and similarly you can adjust the margins top, left, bottom, right, left, right, and okay, and your margin will be fine. Another problem that you may face, particularly when you are doing your research work or you are making long tables that spread more than one page, like this table is spread. Let me spread it more. Okay. Now this table is split in 2 pages, and sometimes tables are too lengthy. And when someone goes to the next page, subsequent pages, then the person may not know what is what, because there are no column headings. Okay. Now, some people tend to say copy the heading and put here, paste here. That seems good, but you know, if you just delete even one character or one word, the whole document will move up or down, or you add something, the whole document moves up and down. And if you have put the table heading like this, then let us see what happens. If the table moves, then this heading remain in between, and again in the next page we won't find the headings. So that is not the proper method of repeating the headings on different pages. The method is, there are 2 methods. One method is just click on the title. That is very important. Click on the title say line in any column, go to layout, and there is an option repeat header rows. Just click on that and you will see the header row will be repeated. And if you make any changes, modifications, all they will appear in the subsequent pages also. Now let us try to say add some more pages. Now, here we have just 2 blank rows. Now let me add some more. You see, the header row will remain always there. Now we have 5 rows here, but header row has not moved. And if we delete these rows, you see what happens. It will always remain there. And if the table comes to single page, then naturally there won't be any header in between. That is one method. The other method is just right click anywhere in the table and go to table properties, and here go to rows. Here is an option repeat as header row at the top of each page. Normally you'll find it like this. You just click here and the header row will be repeated automatically. Normally you will find like this. So you have to just click it, and now the header row will be repeated. So these are some of the problems that you might face during your works. Another problem that I saw during formatting of one of the thesis, sometimes in some subjects there are many figures. And yesterday Tripathi ji has covered some part of the figures, how to set the figures, the wrapping of the text and all that. But I faced a problem once. The thesis had many, say hundreds of pictures. And when I tried to say set the pictures, they used to club together at one place. They used to move from their specified place to some other place. And that was a big problem for me to format again and again all the pictures. Then I found the solution to fix the figure so that wherever we want, the figure should remain there only. So what you can do is just insert a single cell table, and put your picture in that table like this. Second step is you should go to layout and under AutoFit, select AutoFit contents. Okay. And after that, we can go to, you can come here and select the right click here and select table properties. From here, select the alignment and there is an option text wrapping, none, and say OK. Now this will remain there. Or if you want to move it at some places, then you can right click here, table properties, or you can select around. Around means you can move the this picture anywhere that you want. Like you want to make it center, then you can do it. Wherever you will fix, you will take the table, like you align right, you can align center, wherever you want, and that is how you can. Okay, I think it has come out of this. Now you can set the table, select the table and put it center, left, right, wherever you want. And text will remain along with the table. And this table not move anywhere else. And then you can do is just go to say here, and we don't want this border around the picture. You can do away with the borders, no border. Now you see, that is how you can fix the picture. We'll add some more aspects to this, but that we will do later on. Now, I come to the styles. Styles are very important. Normally, people use this style, but they are not much aware of these styles. Though yesterday, some part of the styles was covered, but I'll go to the styles in detail. And you see, normally when we want to prepare heading, we are not aware how to prepare the heading properly. What we do is, We make it bold, we may change the font, we may change the size, we may change the color, or some people make it italic or even underline also. But that is not the proper method of preparing a heading. We should use these headings to make our headings. But the problem is, there is a problem. The problem is we want to use Time New Roman. Let me make it Time New Roman first. Okay. Now we want to make our heading Time New Roman, but this is Cambria heading, number one. Number two, this is in blue color, and we want to use a black color. What to do? So let me first make some headings, then I'll show you what to do and how to do about it. Okay. Now we want to modify this heading as per our requirement. What we can do is we just select any of the headings and make all the changes that we want. We'll make all the formatting. You see, this is fine, size is fine. We want to make it black. We want some extra space after this heading, and before it is too much. So let us make it say 12, and here we want 4-point spacing so that there should be space in between the heading and all. Now my document may have hundreds of headings and I have to format all the heading manually. Then what is the use of MS Word? So now what you will do is, you don't need to format all the headings yourself manually. Make all the formatting here in any of the headings and select that heading. Go to heading 1, right click here and select this option, update heading 1 to match selection. When you just click it, this all setting will be changed and all your heading will be set automatically. You don't need to modify anything. Okay. Now suppose we want to make it heading 2. This may be heading 2, means second level of heading. Now again, we are not satisfied with this setting. So we can format, make it bold, make it black. Let us change the font. Okay. And make some changes here also. We want to make it 4 and okay. Now again, we have made all the formatting here. Now we have selected it, right? Go here, right click, update heading to match, and you see all the headings are set properly. So that is the benefit of headings. That is how you should use the styles. These are styles. Okay, normal is also style. Right? Now I want to make changes. That is how you can apply styles. Then we will go to the styles in more detail in just a minute. Now I come to some little bit more advanced part of styles. Now see, I have given on the first page, I have given the parts of any PhD thesis. Normally these are the parts of the thesis. And what we can do is we want to learn how to format a thesis in overall formatting. So you should, yesterday you studied about the breaks. Okay, so there were page break, and there are section breaks and other types of breaks. I'll concentrate more on page break and section break. Page break means you want to go to the next page. Like if I want to go to next page, I'll just make a page break. I'll have directly, some people who don't know about the page break, if they need to go to the next page, what they do is they just press enter, enter, enter. You should know enter means one paragraph. So unnecessary, we are entering so many paragraphs, which we should not do. Instead of doing this wrong method, if you want to directly jump to the next page, just come to the beginning of the next column and insert a page break. You will directly go to the next page. Okay, that is how you can insert the page break. Let us understand what is the section break. You see, sometimes we want different settings on a particular part of the document. Suppose you are in your thesis, you have a table which is much wider than the width of the page. Then you want to insert a page, a landscape page instead of a portrait page. So how to do that? Some people prepare that table separately on a separate in a separate file, but you don't need to. You can just give a section break at the beginning and at the end of that thing, and there you can add, you can change the orientation of that section only. I'll just show you that part also just after some time. That was one example. Second example is when this is our first page of the document. First page has some special features. We can set some special features on the first page. For example, first page may have title. First page, when there is a book, then first page has a chapter, and we don't want to repeat headers and footers on the first page. So when we give some headers on the pages. And similarly, if you look at any of the books or theses, the first page of any chapter does not have the page number. So that means first page is special. So how to avoid page numbers on the first page? I'll just touch upon that also. So if you want first page different, then you need to go to page setup. And here, if you go to the layout, there is different first page. And similarly, if you want to give different headings on odd and even pages, then you should select different odd and even page. Then you can give, otherwise, if you don't click here, then same header and footer will be repeated on all the pages, same heading. But if you want different header on odd page and different header on even page, then you should select this one. Similarly, if you want the first page different, then you should definitely select this option, different first page. Okay, and then here we have seen the whole document. You can do it with this point forward, or some option will be there. We will see that also. So that is how we can do that. So we should first select these options and then say OK. Now we want different sections. We will divide all these parts in different sections. If you see, I have given some color coding. That color coding is, title page is definitely different, always different, and its formatting is totally different. Then we must enter section break here. Okay, so we will put, instead of page break, section, we will give section. Section break is somewhat similar to page break, but it gives some additional feature that we can format that part, that section differently than other document. So here we will give section break. Then I have given in red color, all these are the preliminary pages of the say thesis. So these will have the same format, almost the same formatting. That is why I have put them like this. So that means here we want a section break, because chapter should be on a different page and in a different, there will be different formatting of the chapter 1. So here we will give a section break. So all chapters will be on different, there will be different sections. and these are the last pages of the thesis. So this also, there will be a section break. Okay. Now these we have divided in different sections. Please keep in mind, wherever you can have as many section breaks as you want. The only thing you should keep in mind is that whenever there is some different formatting, you want to make it different, just give it say a break. You can section break. You can put any number of section breaks. Now all these are the preliminary pages. These will have almost the same formatting, but they must be on a separate page. So for that, here we will put the page break. Okay. Another method of giving a page break is Control Enter. All these will go on different pages. No, we don't need section break here. So we have put page break for all these headings, right? So now our preliminary job is done. Now most of you might be knowing how to give headings in the chapters and captions to the tables and figures. See, we normally we tend to repeat the chapter number with the heading. For example, this is the chapter 3, and if you want to make some, say, let us say, make it a heading, introduction. Now we want to give it a number. Then what we can do is we can give 3.1 space, and if there is another heading, we want to give it another heading, 3.2. So if we give these type of headings manually, then there is a lot of problem. The problem is, suppose in between there is some other heading, then I'll have to change rest of the heading manually, right? So this is not a proper method of giving headings. We will use multi-level listing, but before we will define the multi-level listing here, our new multi-level listing. But before just defining here, I'll just show you how you can prepare multi-level listing normally. You see, there is a file. I have put some names here. I want to make it a multi-level listing. If you keep in mind, just see the document. There is a librarian, and under librarian there are different deputy librarians, and under deputy librarian there are assistant librarians, and under assistant librarian there is library assistant. That means we want to make it a multi-level listing. So how to do that? Very simple method is, because it is very simple type of listing. So just click here, and now we want to make this deputy librarian as the subpart. Then just come here and click here. Now it is subpart, and these two are under this deputy librarian. So you can make it twice. Now, once you see, numbering will be done automatically. Library assistant is under assistant, this assistant librarian, then it will go further. Okay, so that is how very easily we can. This is also assistant librarian. We can make it down. This is one step. This is one step more, and this is 2 steps, and this will be like this, and like this. So that is how very easily you can make the multi-level listing. This will go further down, and this will go further down. Now you see, we can easily prepare the hierarchical listing. If you want to change this numbering, then you can do it very easily by going here. You select the numbering type that you want. That is how you can change it. If you want to change this numbering also, you can change very easily. Not an issue. Right. So that is how you can prepare the multi-level listing, simple multi-level listing. But in this document, we need special type of multi-level listing so that all these chapter numbers and headings should be numbered automatically. Okay. So how to do that? That is, you should look this process very carefully, because I'll delete this part and we'll go to home. First, we will go to the style here. You see, we can, there are only 3 headings available, but sometimes we may need more headings. We need more headings in thesis. So we want to make more heading visible here. So we'll go here, style, and from here we will select this option, manage styles. You see, we have only 2 heading visible. Go to recommend, and now we will make more heading visible. So click this heading and click on show. Click here, show, click here, show. So we may have 5-6 level of headings, and then press OK. That is first step. Now you see we have 6-7 levels of headings available. That is first part. Now second part is, now we will define a multi-level listing. For that, we will come here. This is multi-level listing. Click here and select define new multi-level listing. Define new multi-level listing. And here we will define our whole multi-level listing, and click here on more so that we can see the full dialog box. Now first we want to make a chapter heading. So this is showing the levels of headings. So there are certain steps that we will repeat for all the heading levels. So first we will delete this one, and here we will type chapter. After that, 1 space, and from here we will add the number, chapter number, that is 1, and after that we want a colon, and after colon we want a space. So here follow number with a space. यहाँ पर space, here we will select the space. That is 1 point. Second thing is, we need to link this heading with some level of heading. So come here, link level to style, that is level heading 1. Okay. Then we need to define the style of this heading font. The font will be Times New Roman. It will be bold. The size will be, let us say, 16. And I think rest all is done. If you want to make it colored, that you can use color and all that, but we want in black, and then we can say OK. After that, we want to align it. Where do we want to align? So let us align it to left only. Make it 0, and text indent we want to make it 0. Text indent should be 0. And we want all our headings indented to 0. If you don't want to align like this, indented headings, if you want to like this, then you'll remain it like that. Otherwise, because I like normally indented at 0. So set for all levels equal to 0. So that all headings are aligned on the left side instead of indented like this. And then say OK. Now first part is done. First heading, we have defined the first heading here. Now select, don't press OK. Select the second level of heading. Now we want the chapter number should be included before the heading number. So we will delete this A. Now second step is, come this point, include level number from. Here we will find level 1. So we'll put level 1. And then we want a dot. And now we want the number, new number. And number style for this level, we will take 1. And again, we have to do all the steps that just we saw. So we'll make it connected with the heading 2. We want space after heading. Then this is set 0. It will remain 0 for all because we have set for all levels. And we will define the font. Font will be Times New Roman. Bold, and we can make it 14. And then OK. So we have defined heading 2. Now let us define heading 3. Now delete this. Now we will add heading level 1, then dot, then heading level 2, again dot, and then we want to add the new number. Link it with heading 3 after space and font Times New Roman, bold, and let us make it say 12. And then OK. Let us define one more level, heading 4. So delete it. Now we will add level 1 dot, level 2 dot, level 3 dot, and number, and connect it with level 4, space and font Times New Roman, bold italic, and then font maybe 12. Okay. Now we have defined all the levels, and our job has become much easier now. Then we'll press OK. Now you see automatically it has become heading 1, but we need to modify this part a little bit more because it is not the same as we did earlier. It is 14, whereas the chapter is 16. Another thing is we want chapter in the middle rather than on the left. So we will select this and make some changes. We want to make we want it to be center, and we want say that there should be space between the chapter name and the text, and then say okay. As I told you earlier also, when we make some changes in the headings, then we need to modify all the make the changes here also. But before that, let us make changes here. Now I am deleting the chapter name number that we did manually. And you'll see that still, because we have not updated this style, the text is just 14, not 16, and some more changes are needed. We'll just see how this will be done. You might be remembering that I made some changes here in heading 1. Okay. Now, because we have made changes here, so we will go to heading 1, right click and update heading 1 to match selection. Just click it and you'll see all the chapters are, okay, what happened? Okay, I didn't delete this. So all chapters are set automatically. See, Times Roman 16, center line, like this. So you have to make changes at one. Okay, I'll show you once again. If we want to change, just to show you how we can do it. Let us make it colored. Let us change the color. Let us change the font also. Let us change the size. Okay. Now, let us make it italic also. I just want to show you how easy it becomes. Now, I right click here and update heading to match. And you will see all heading will be changed automatically. That is the convenience of the styles. If you find, no, I don't want like this, I want again the same formatting, then you can change again. So it won't take much time in doing all this. Right click, update heading, and all headings are set. That is one part. Now, I had put some headings here. I want to make it second level of heading. I want the chapter number and the heading number. I make it heading 2. I make it heading 2, and see automatically it has taken the chapter number and the heading number. Okay. Now let us put some heading in this chapter. Make it heading 2. Automatically it will take the chapters. And if you want to make this heading, you will see automatically it will update the headings. Suppose we want to make it second level of heading like this. So I can go to this, and then I'll have to modify, make it black, bold, Times New Roman, and well, fine. And paragraph formatting, before should be 8 and after should be 4. Okay. And update heading. If you make it next level of heading, so all heading will be updated automatically. So that is how you can use headings, subheadings very conveniently. In whatever chapter you will put, headings will be taken automatically. So like this. So all, you don't need to worry at all about all these things. Another thing the party was just telling you about making a link within the document. The benefit of these headings is if you go to view and go to navigation, you will see all the headings and subheadings are there automatically. If you have used headings from here. And if you want to jump to any specific part, just click it and you will reach to that part. You may not need to prepare the bookmarks or links. These are already linked. That is how you can use it. Okay. So that was how we can create our multi-level listing. These have many other benefits also. We will just see after some time how these can be. This can help us a lot in preparing other aspects of our. Next topic that I want to cover with you is, that is again very important and crucial part. That is giving captions to the tables and figures. I'll come to the tables part. Normally people just type table number so and so, and let us say table 1 colon space, etc. But the problem is, in thesis we have normally hundreds of tables, and sometimes your supervisor may tell you to add some more table in between or delete some tables, and you have to change the whole sequence again and again for all the tables. So how we should give captions properly for the tables, and sometimes we may like to include the chapter number also with the table, like 4.1, 4.2, 3.1, 3.2, etc. So how to properly give captions to tables? So you can come to the references, and here is an option called insert caption. Click here and you select here table and go to numbering. Here is an option include chapter number, and the separator is dot. Okay. And let us see what happens. It is giving table 7.1. Okay. We want to place colon space. Now you see this formatting does not match with our formatting. So we need to format this style, Time New Roman, it will be 12, it should be black, heading should be bold, and let us make some paragraph formatting. Table should have more space before and less space after, because this is a heading caption of this table. So the before the table we should have we need more space than after. Say okay. So we have defined a style. We have formatted this table. Now we will select this and define a new style. For that we will go here and create a style. Let us name it as table. Table caption we can say. And then okay. Now let us give caption to this table also. Automatically it will give table number and okay, space, colon, space. Let us put some caption here. We can put colon here also. Okay, space, let us say gender ratio of the respondents, right? And we want to format it. So here is our table caption. Just click it and table will be formatted. Click it, table will be formatted. Right. Now I have given table number here and then there was a gap. Let us give a caption to this table. Insert caption. Now again it is giving table number 3, whereas we had put table number 3 at the later place. Let us say table number something and we format it with table caption. Now this is table 3 and we had already given table number 3 at the later pages, but you see automatically it has changed the table number, revise the table number. So this way you can add as many tables as you want, you can delete as many tables as you want. The table number will remain updated automatically. Similarly, in the figures also, we should give captions just like this. Let us give caption to this table. References, insert caption. Now here, because we have already entered 4 tables, so it is giving table number 7.5. But here we want to give the figure number. So we'll take figure, and it has already taken the chapter number also. Okay, and then say okay, colon, space. Now either you can use the same formatting that we use for the tables, but the problem is the number 1, there is more space here, and number 2, because we want to keep the caption within the limit of the width of the figure. So for that you may say define new style for figures. That can be done. So that is how you can give captions to the figures. Okay, we formatted this table. I'll just show you borders once again the border, because this was the table. Here you fix that figure like this and right click on the table, it's on the figure itself, and take here insert caption. That way, the caption will be entered in the table itself. Okay, and now we can format it by table caption, or we can revise the caption a little bit and we can define a new format. Like we don't want this much space here, but we want more space after the figure. And okay, another thing is we want the figure, the cap. If there is a longer caption, then it should be repeated from this point onwards. So we will drag it this part up to here. And if now the caption will be bigger than one line, the caption will be repeated with the it won't because we have taken out of it. It will remain start from here rather than from the starting point. And another beauty of this is by fixing the table in the figure in the table, that the caption will remain always with the figure. Otherwise, figure may be at one place and the caption may go to the other page. But if it is in the table, then either the whole picture will go to the next page or remain with the always it will remain always with the figure. And then you can remove the border. I just inserted border to show you the benefit of the putting the figure in the table. So that is how you can put figures and tables. Now we had numbered a figure afterwards that was also 7.1 and this is also 7.1. Let us go to that figure and see what is the number of that figure. Automatically it is updated to figure 2. So that is how we can create figures and table captions. Now I'll show you what is the benefit of defining the styles, major benefit of defining all these styles and applying captions like this. So we will insert, we will go to the beginning of the document. And let us come to, let us give it after contents are here. But before we give the contents, we must give the numbering, page numbering in our document. So for that, you may go to insert, and you see we had different sections. The first section was title. We don't want any page numbering on the title. And then we come to this part, and this is another section. We can go to quick parts, and okay, before that we can go to footer. You can double click footer on the footer, and we want to put page number, insert and quick part, and we can put actually I have already put that figure, and we can say field, and from here we can select the page, and here page style, we will put this style and then say okay. We may format this page number Times New Roman. Let's make it 14. We need to change it. Make it black. Okay. So this is first page. We can delete this part. You see now it has given the page number on the first page also, but we don't want page number on this part. So what we can do is we will go to here you can see link to previous. We don't want to link it to previous. We click it here, and now we can delete this part. And it has started from 1. Here we want to keep it continue. Page number. Let's go to bit part field. Page. Okay. It should be in the middle. And we can format it. Okay, I got it. Actually, what is happening is we have put in layout, you have given different odd and even. That is why I have to give page numbering for odd and even pages. Now it will be done. Now you see, this is 1. And first page we have not numbered because first page is the title page. Then there are pages, preliminary pages. The preliminary pages we have numbered. And now we need this is because it is a separate say section. So it has started from there. We can delete it and we can put the number, page number. Okay, this will be on the right hand side. Let us format it. I think it's fine, right? Now if I just enter pages, what's happening? No, it has properly started. But like in the first chapter, I have made 3 pages, but I don't want to display the page number on the first page. This is my first page, and you see there is no page numbering here. Page number 2, page number 3. I put some pages here also. It should be चलिए, आई थिंक देयर इज सम इशू विद दैट सेटिंग वगैरह. तो इस तरह करके हमने पेज नंबर वाला डाल दिए. टेकिंग सेपरेट numbering on separate pages. So if I come to the contents page, and we want to put the contents here, so simply we will go to the references and insert table of contents, and we can put the table of contents. Automatically it will take up the all the headings as well as the page numbers. You don't need to pick up the headings individually, look at the page number and this and that. It will automatically take all the chapters, headings with page numbers very conveniently. That is how you can create your contents page in seconds. Similarly, if you want to insert list of tables, then you can come here. Insert table of figures, and you can select here table, and tables will come automatically. If you have put captions properly, then automatically your list of tables will be ready. Similarly, you can put list of figures also. Now select figures and done. So that is as easy. That is how you can conveniently create list of tables, list of figures, and list of contents. And if you make some changes in some caption, in some page numbering, then you just update, put it here and update the table. And okay, let us go to, there are hyperlinked also. And let us go to this link, and I put it in some other page. I made changes in the page number. And if I now go to the contents part, I can just click here, update table, update entire table, and you'll see changes will be made in the table. Contents, page number will be updated, or heading will be updated automatically. That is how you can create list of tables, list of figures, and your contents page also with headings and subheadings, etc. Another thing that we will learn is creating an index. Now, many people might not be knowing what is an index. Index is normally given at the end of the books, that is arranged alphabetically along with the page numbers. The index includes the key terms available in that particular book, and it helps the users in reaching to a specific part, so specific term in the document. The index tells that a particular term is available on which pages. So that is the benefit of index. So if we look at the method of creating index, then manually you will have to go through each and every page and identify the table and note down the page number, terms, and on all the pages where the specific term is appearing. But creating an index in MS Word is much easier, much convenient as compared to doing it manually. So let us say select some term, and now on the references there is an option called mark entry. This is for index part. So mark entry, and you will make an entry, and there is an option mark, and that means that specific term will be marked. Another option is mark all. Mark all means in the whole document, wherever that specific term will appear, that will be marked for indexing. That means you won't need to mark the term again and again. So we'll say mark all. When you do this, you'll find some changes in your document, but don't worry about that. Our document is safe. There is nothing happened to our document. And I have already marked many entries. If you look at that, already I have marked. Let us mark one more entry. Let us say information portal. Make it an index entry, and we'll mark entry and mark all. Now this entry is marked. So all occurrences of information portal in this document are marked for index. That's it. If you want to do away with these symbols, then just click on this button and all these symbols will be gone. They are some coded form in the document for MS Word. Now we index, as I told you, is normally at the end of the document. So we go to the end of the document, enter a page break, and let us put index. And now we go to references and insert index. There are some options. You can select the options you want, and you want them to be right aligned. There should be some dotted line in between. You have options. You want to have dotted line or no dotted line or dash 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 like this, or say like this, or no dotted lines, whatever you want, and then say OK. Now you can decide the level also. The number of columns you want in single column, double column, triple column. You can decide the number of columns also, and then say OK, and your index is ready in 2 columns. So that is how the indexes are created very conveniently and easily. The rest, most of the things have already been covered. I just cover one more point before we end the session. That is reviewing a document. You see, what happens many times, we have created one document, and after some time we made some changes in the document, but we tend to forget what changes we have made, but what was earlier in the document, or sometimes we want to restore to the previous say settings, previous contents. So instead of that is one use of this reviewing. Another thing is it is mainly meant for the say teachers. When some student submits his work to the supervisor or his teacher, and teacher makes some changes in the document, the students may not be aware of what changes had been made by the supervisor. Okay, and he may think the supervisor has not done much job in the document. He has not checked the document properly. So to avoid that situation, and another thing is to tell the scholar or the student that what changes are required in your document. That is done in the review part. Earlier, Tripathi ji has already covered the comments part. It includes comments also. Here also you can give the comments. But review is, let us see how review works. You see, there is a called track change. Whenever you want to make some changes in the document, so in the original document, before making any changes, just click on track change. You won't see any change here, but when any change will be made, that will be displayed. Okay, I'll just before track change, I just delete this document. I have deleted a word from the document, but nothing is shown but I have deleted or not. Now I show the same thing with track change. I have clicked on track changed, and now I delete this word. You see what happens. Now, though this word is deleted, but it is marked for deletion. It is not directly deleted it as such. And if I make some changes, let's say I have added something. User don't need to consult information sources individually. Information source any longer. So I have deleted something, I have added something, I will make some sorry, I make some more changes. All those will mark, and here you will see the symbol that some changes have been made here. Let us make it capital, it won't mark, and information, I make it each library and information resource. Okay, so I have done something like this. Now all these changes make us irritated in between. If you don't want to see these changes, you want to make changes, don't want to see the changes, then you can go here, all marks, download, down arrow, and no mark. Now changes will be made, but they won't be shown to you simultaneously. Like I delete information portal, it is not shown. But if I see all marks, then you will show it is marked. So that is how you can just click on track change and then no marks and make any changes that you want, and the changes won't be shown to you. Another thing is, if you see here, there is simple marks, means it won't show in text changes, but inside panel left side, it will show where the changes have been made. That means person will come to know, yes, these changes have been made on these places. That is one thing. Another thing is, if you, okay, I'll show you all marks. And now, if you don't want to, if you want to see the original document without any changes, then it is there. You just click on original and you will see the original document. If you want to retain it, you can retain it as it is. Or if you want to see all changes, you can see all marks. That is one part. Now next part is your supervisor has given you the document with revisions marked in your document. Now you want to make them permanent, because these are just marked. That is why they are called marked. They are not included in the document. What you can do is, now when you receive the document, you will find all these marks there. Then you can go here, accept or reject. You can accept the change or you can reject the change. See, you can click on this accept. So this will be accepted. Now that is deleted. This is accepted. This is marked for deletion. If I accept, then it is deleted. Now I don't want to accept it. I can reject it. I can reject it. Rejection will be unmarked, and acceptance will make the changes. But the problem is, when there is a lengthy document of 50 pages, 100 pages, then accepting or rejecting each and every mark is a too lengthy process. But if you have, you believe that all the changes made are correct by the supervisor or by the person who has changed, then you can go to this button, click on that, and you will find accept all changes. If you do this, all changes will be accepted, but then those changes will not changes made in the document will not be shown here. So they will be accepted. Then you can't make any changes. Of course, you can undo, use undo for that purpose. But undo will make changes one by one. So all you have to do is undo will take a lot of time. Better here, you use accept or reject one by one. Another thing is, since it is marked for change, now again, if I make any changes, those will be marked. I don't want the track change should be continue anymore. So what I can do is, I can just click on track change, and now it won't show any changes done in the document. So you can stop track change, start track change, accept or reject. You can see the original document. You can see the minimum marks or all marks. That is how this can help you a lot in keeping track of what changes you have made in your document. Rest, all these things are already covered in your previous sessions. One more thing I would like to add, what Tripathi ji has told just in the morning. One thing Tripathi ji told was emoji, inserting emoji menu. There is a short, actually there is inbuilt emojis in MS Office, whether that is MS Word, PowerPoint or Excel. There is a shortcut. You can use Windows key and dot. Wherever your mouse is, an emoji menu will come and you can just click on any emoji. Okay. You can search also, you can have emojis. So first you select the place where you want to put an emoji, and then Windows key and dot, and emoji will come. They will appear. That is one thing that Tripathi ji covered in the morning. Another thing that Tripathi ji told you is about clipboard. So he told you about the clipboard of MS Office. That clipboard is useful within the MS Office applications like MS Word. If you have some copied from MS Word, you can use it in Excel or in PowerPoint or anywhere else. But I'll tell you another clipboard which is much advanced as compared to the Office clipboard. That is universal. You can use that clipboard anywhere. Maybe on internet or maybe on MS Word, PowerPoint, anywhere, in Google also, if you are searching in Google also. That clipboard is available MS Office 2010 onwards. If you are using prior version, then it won't be available. So for that, shortcut is Windows V. You see, I had copied many things. All these are shown here. Since I have not shut down the my computer, this lasts till you shut down your computer. When you will first time start this, you will find here start some it need to some option to start the clipboard, and after that you can use it wherever, whatever you copy. I'll just copy this part. Just copy just normally like Control C or whatever you do. And now if I want to say paste it here, so I use Windows V and I can put it there. So that is how you can use this advanced clipboard for your documents. It can work on in internet also, browser, anywhere it can work. Right? I think Tripathi ji.
Yes, sir. I am here only.
I think
I'm here only, sir.
We should close it now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much for taking the session and throwing lights on the different options available. That is really advanced. You have covered all the options in detail, and I hope that all the participants will definitely be benefited with the content you have given them, and all of them will make use in their day-to-day routine life, and especially the research scholars and faculty, they will find it very useful for them while writing proposal, article, or book, chapter, or book. So thank you very much, sir, for
Thank you,
enlightening all of
Tripathi.
us with your
I hope
expertise in
participants
the
are benefited
Microsoft Word.
from this session.
And I'm thankful. I can see, sir, some of the good.
Okay, I was just about to
Good
ask: are there any questions?
comments.
Are there any
Yes,
questions?
Dr. Suman Deepak. No, these are the appreciation given by the different participants, sir. And now the session is open for any question and answer. So if
I am
any
more interested in
question
questions if they have any
is there
queries.
from any participant, so please. So, sir is ready to attend all the questions from the
Yeah,
participant
sure, sure.
side. May I request all the participants to please enter your question to the chat box, and that will be attended. Uh, so far, I have not received any question, but sir, I will definitely add that the session has been really very fruitful,
So they can
and you
put
have
in our
covered.
WhatsApp group, and we can address those questions later. No?
Yes, the same. I was yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
Hmm.
request is to all the participants that if you do not have a question or ready with the question, so later on also you can add the question to the WhatsApp group, and we shall attend all those queries, means your questions and query later and reply accordingly. So, thank you, sir, and thank you all for joining this session,
Thank you very much.
day two of MS Office
Thank
application.
you.
And I hope that we have covered all the major options available in the Microsoft Word. We shall again meet on the next Saturday and Sunday, and that time means if any point is left or not covered, or if you feel that that time you should ask about Word, so you are most welcome before we begin the session of Microsoft Excel. So that time also we can attend the query. So thank you very much once again to all of you. We are closing the session now as it is 1:40, and we shall be meeting again on next Saturday and Sunday. So wish you all a very happy and good day ahead, charming day ahead. Take care of yourself, take care of your family and everyone. So with these words, with your kind permission, sir, I would like to end the session now.